Hi, this is Ed Chandler. It wouldn't be polite to call Bill Hill long in the tooth, but he's been around a while and already had plenty of broadcasting experience under his belt before he arrived in the Lone Star State. Milwaukee, Oklahoma City, Louisville, and Bowling Green got an eye or an earful of Bill in a number of ways. Sometimes sales manager, staff announcer, personality, or general manager. KBMT-TV in Beaumont convinced Bill to come to Texas, and he stayed 7 years before he made the trek up I-10 to Houston as sales rep for KXYZ. Management didn't waste any time kicking Bill upstairs and placing him in charge of the sales department at AM 1230 and its sister station, KAUM 96.5. After a few years, KRBE felt the best way to beat the budget blues was to hire away one of the best sales managers in the market, and off Bill went to 1070 AM and 104.1 FM. First as sales manager, adding VP stripes later on during the heyday of Houston's Super Rock and its meteoric rise to the top of the radio ratings in Southeast Texas. When you become that successful, naturally there were opportunities elsewhere, and Bill was hard-pressed to turn them down. One in Tampa and another running the southern region for metro traffic. But when Lowry Mays and his persuasive recruiting tactics come in contact with you, it's almost impossible to resist. Bill took the general manager's position at WOAI Radio in San Antonio and was there for 6 years, even adding oversight duties in other Clear Channel markets. From there, a corporate job in the big office led him to a new title as Director of Corporate Trade. But the excitement of the actual day-to-day running of a radio station just wouldn't go away, and Ken's Radio had a unique plan and knew just the guy to roll it out. Bill ran Ken's for 7 years before entering ownership right back where he started in Texas all those years ago. Beautiful Beaumont, where he first ran then and sold his AM and FM properties and then retired. He now resides in Kemah, where he enjoys a bay view and golfing when he can. It was a privilege to serve under him as morning anchor of News Radio 1200 WOAI, a position that I held for a number of years, thanks in part to this man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce you to Bill Hill, a 2018 inductee of the Texas Radio Hall of Fame.
You'll have to understand, at my advanced age, I naturally have to write down what it is I'm going to say because I almost forgot why I was walking up here before I got here. Honestly, I'm honored and humbled to be here, very much so. I graduated from high school in January of 1950. Later that year, I entered show business because I became the page, messenger, and gopher at a local radio station. But my dream job was to be a staff announcer. And when they finally let me do my very first announcing job, I remember that the first words I ever said on the radio were trade out. The words were WEOA, broadcasting from Hotel Vendome, Evansville. By the way, I never stopped doing trade outs. There was no tape in those days, and the only kind of recording you had was a 16-inch disc recorder that wasn't used very much. And that meant that bloopers were really all over the place. We had one advertiser who bought time checks at the top of the hour. And those time checks read, "The time of day from City Chevrolet is 9 a.m., Evansville, WEOA. And yep, I said it the other way, and so did everybody on the staff at one time or the other. The station carried more networks in those days. It was more like a TV station. And by the way, there were no music directors, and every jock played just the music that they liked to play. Music, by the way, was on 78 RPM breakable shellac records. I moved in and out of television before tape and before color, local color also, and saw some of those changes. But in 65 years in the business, I saw a lot of things. I endured a lot of things. I won some, and I have lost some. But not a day goes by that I don't miss the business and wish I could still be involved. But all in all, it has been a fantastic ride. I want to thank the members of my family, my son Billy and his girlfriend Ruthie, and my sweet sister-in-law Mary, and my brother-in-law Peter Ridley, who made the trip to make sure that I wouldn't get lost on the way over here. Honestly, my gratitude for this honor and in the company of this class is probably more than I could ever really imagine. Congratulations to the members of this class. And please accept my gratitude also. Thank you.